All right, let's cut across to our guest. With all that is going on within the India Alliance, Anila Singh, National Spokesperson, BJP, Shikha Mukherjee, political commentator, Ashutosh, political analyst. I want to begin with you, Shikha Mukherjee. What's going on where the TMC is concerned and Mamata Banerjee? Because if you look at it, it's very well constructed. It started off with certain murmurs coming in from Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha MPs of the TMC in Parliament, where they seemed to suggest that Mamata Banerjee was the best bet to lead the India Alliance. Then you saw the TMC, in a very systematic way, distance itself from the Congress and their agenda in Parliament, which was largely Adani. And now you have Mamata Banerjee herself coming out and stating that she'd be an able, person to lead the alliance, and she's seemingly getting support from all other allies as well.
Yeah. So I think there are a couple of things here. One is that for West Bengal's domestic politics, the Parliament the TMC has to be seen to be discussing issues on the border, which is basically the Bangladesh crisis. And unless the India Alliance stands up and supports the TMC on this, the TMC is going to not be heard. And it is crucial for Mamata's regional interests for that to be noticed, noted, and there has to be significant noise in Parliament on the issue. The Congress, of course, has a one-point agenda and it's not budging from it. That being said, the other part of the story is, I think, Mamata Banerjee is sensing what we are all saying, but we are not being able to say it in the way that Mamata Banerjee is probably communicating it, which is that the Haryana and the Maharashtra elections are a clear indication that the Lok Sabha results are now history. That no longer counts. And therefore, it is in the interests of the regional parties to consolidate whatever strength they have now, or else face the same kind of political turmoil that erupted after the 2014-2019 elections in particular. Look at the Maharashtra history. Maharashtra, two of the regional parties were split. And the split has been to the advantage of those parts of the party that have been with the BJP. In other words, Mamata Banerjee is probably anticipating, like the others, that the regional parties are going to come under severe pressure as the BJP juggernaut gains momentum after the Maharashtra and the Haryana election. And therefore, the call for an India alliance, which is stronger, which is seen to be consolidated, and the consolidation should be made to work for the advantage of the dominant regional partner, not all regional partners, but the dominant regional partner on the state turf that can effectively combat the BJP in a one-to-one contest. I think Mamata Banerjee has a political point, and that this is a political point which she's trying to put forward through her. 2-3 days ago, she gave a statement in an interview that I can lead the India Alliance. That is not the issue. And basically, after having won 6 assembly seats in the recent bypolls, where she was fighting against a very, very difficult situation post the RG Kaur Medical College popular upsurge apparently against her. She has won, and therefore she understands that without some kind of consolidation, she herself is going to face a very tough challenge in 2026. So all these considerations together makes it almost logical for Mamata Banerjee to raise the issue the way she has.
Ashutosh, how do you read it? Because if you actually look at it, it hasn't just come out on its own. Clearly, there's a significant amount of planning, especially after the Maharashtra results. It's all coming together because Mamata Banerjee is not saying this in isolation. The TMC is not pitching this in isolation. They are being propped up by all the allies of the India Alliance. Samajwadi Party, Sharad Pawar, NCP, Uddhav Thackeray, Sena, they're all echoing exactly the same narrative, even the RJD.
See, Preeti, I think this is just a storm in a teacup. I don't see much beyond this because after every defeat, India Gathbandhan leaders, they get really upset and then they start making statements. Just take the example of Maharashtra. Take the example of Maharashtra. What the Uddhav Thackeray was doing and what the Sharad Pawar was doing. If they had saved their turf, at least India Gathbandhan, they would have been in a better position to target Congress party. But their performance in Maharashtra is equally abysmal. So if their performance is so bad, they have no right to blame Congress party. The point is very simple. This was the same Mamata Banerjee when the parliament election was happening. What did she say? She said that Congress will not get even 40 seats. So somebody who is so temperamental, can she lead an India Gathbandhan? There's a serious question mark. If you go back in time, when Atal Bihari Vajpayee government, when she was a minister, every next day she was resigning. So the issue is, it just cannot. Somebody has to be very patient. Somebody has to understand that this is a coalition politics. And in coalition politics, not everybody can be happy. I do not see much beyond this. Yes, I understand that the Congress has to take an initiative. But the question is, if Congress is not taking initiative, did Sharad Pawar take an initiative? Did Mamata Banerjee take an initiative? Did Akhilesh Yadav, RJD, took an initiative to organize everybody, to create some kind of pressure on the Congress party, to build an organization, to have a common minimum program? None. So just blaming Congress party is not going to help, because there cannot be an opposition platform without the Congress party. Congress party is the, whether these opposition leaders, whether they like it or not like it, there cannot be an opposition unity without the Congress, because Congress has still got 22% vote share across the country. The Congress has a government in Maharashtra, in Karnataka, in Telangana, in Himachal Pradesh. And in Himachal Pradesh and Karnataka, it is the Congress who's defeated BJP. Now, in other places like in Jharkhand, they're the part of the government. In Jammu and Kashmir, they're part of the government. The Mamata Banerjee doesn't have a footprint outside Bengal.
Fair point.
Akhilesh Yadav doesn't have footprint outside UP. RJD doesn't have footprint outside Bihar. And what the RJD was doing in the parliamentary election, they were supposed to lead India Gathbandhan in parliament election. They failed miserably. So it's easy to blame others. Why they have to look inside.
Okay, all right. Anila Singh, while the BJP leaders are actually, sitting back with some popcorn and watching things go with the India Alliance, it really wouldn't augur very well for you, because here you have a clear-cut opponent, which is the Congress. That's been the bashing of Rahul Gandhi for the making of BJP. And if things really change there, then you're faced with somebody like a Mamata Banerjee who's beaten you on a turf which you thought you were going to do really well, and coming back on bypolls where she swept them through West Bengal.
My Ram to all. And Preeti, you coming from Haryana, you must be very well aware of our rural vital jugaad. So our jugaad was created by these political parties, and they thought that they are going to win the race. But 2024 proved that this jugaad cannot compete with Modi ji as a driver. So Rahul Gandhi as a driver failed. So I just have to say one thing here.
Therefore, Anila Singh, it's good to have Rahul Gandhi as the opponent rather than have a Mamata Banerjee as the opponent. It serves you.
I'm coming to that. Preeti. So, 2024 accident of this jugaad, Haryana elections accident of this jugaad, Maharashtra election accident of this jugaad, Congress playing second fiddle in Jharkhand and in Jammu and Kashmir. So all these political leaders of different regional parties, they thought, okay, fine, this person is not good enough. And now Bharatiya Janata Party or the NDA government has started targeting him and his mother as well, that how he and his mother are anti-nationalists. So they thought, okay, we have to find some other person. Now Mamata Didi said, okay, who can be better person than me to lead this alliance? So Uddhav Thackeray, Sharad Pawar, RJD, they started resonating that yes, Didi Jindabad, Didi Jindabad. She is the same leader. When some of the people, they said Jai Jai Shri Ram, she got very annoyed, very, very angry. We know that she has failed as a chief minister, giving security and protection to the women there. We know it very well. So whether we talk about the Sandesh Khali or whether we talk about the Calcutta doctor horror, rape and murder, there are n number of cases I can quote here. The type of political violence we see in West Bengal. So I'm just assuring you one thing here. When you said that Mamata Didi can be a better leader of India Alliance than Rahul for Bharatiya Janata Party, Rahul is a better thing. If he leads this alliance, I have to say one simple thing. We know very well that how Mamata Didi wins election in West Bengal. Very soon, very, very soon, she'll be out of that state because we know because of her.
But okay, Anila Singh, you might want to say that it doesn't look like that. No, you speak of Sandesh Khali. See what went down with the Lok Sabha elections 2024. The numbers were all to see. You talk about RG Kaur. Nobody's saying it was a terrible, horrific incident and a lot that the Mamata government could have done, which it didn't do. But look at the bypolls. She swept the bypolls in West Bengal. So it's a little contradictory where you say that she's going to be out of government very soon in West Bengal because all political and electoral indications suggest otherwise. But, I'll come back to you, ma'am. Allow me to bring in Shikha Mukherjee back into this conversation. But Shikha Mukherjee, there was a fair point that Ashutosh is making for a party which has lost the status of even being a national party, which is the TMC. Doesn't have a footprint beyond the borders of West Bengal. To have aspirations to lead an alliance on which the Congress has been fulcrum so far, more or less, hasn't it not suited Mamata Banerjee better to maybe fly under the radar and let Rahul Gandhi be the face of this alliance? Because she's seemingly done a lot better that way.
See, there are two things here. I think Sharad Pawar made a very, very interesting point when he reacted to Mamata Banerjee's statement. He said she is a national leader. Now that, the status of her party is different from Mamata Banerjee's status. And the status of Mamata Banerjee is that she is a national leader. Coming from Sharad Pawar, this is an endorsement. And I think it's a very positive endorsement that he has made. The reason why I think the entire conversation today is about the future of the India Gathbandhan, its political future, whether it has a political future at all or not, is something that needs to be worked out now. The Congress is not focused enough on the alliance or the coalition, as it were, in sort of putting the agenda of the alliance at par with its own political agenda. That is a problem, because if you look at how the Congress has been functioning, its attention is completely focused on how its own party is going to do in any election or in parliament. It is not taking these other parties on board. There are other parties which, like Mamata Banerjee, has an issue with the Bangladesh crisis that is happening on her border. There are other parties which have other issues on their turf, which is also not coming into focus in Parliament. And Parliament needs to focus on these issues because that is what the MPs are going to go back to their constituents and talk about. This is what we did for you in Parliament. Now, these are the complexities of a representative democracy in a parliamentary system. And the Congress is completely so insensitive to it. That's the first point. The second point is that I think all these parties, whether it is RJD or it is Akhilesh Yadav of the Samajwadi, whether it is Sharad Pawar and Uddhav Thackeray, they've all come to the realization that the BJP is now in a consolidation mode. BJP in a consolidation mode is certainly a danger to the existence of the regional parties. Instead of if the regional parties do not strengthen themselves any way which they can, they are in danger of being either split or gobbled up.
All right, okay. Ashutosh, the Congress did stake claim and they were accepted, no matter with how much hesitancy, as the big brother of the India alliance. What we've seen so far, Ashutosh, is they've failed to take everybody along. Be it at the fact of holding meetings, not reaching consensus over to have Nitish Kumar as, the nominal head of the India alliance. There have been so many goof-ups where the Congress has been a part of. And even now, there has been no meeting after the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. In Parliament, you see a very clear agenda followed by the Congress of what Congress wants to pursue. Because off record, many of the MPs from the India alliance that don't come from the Congress will tell you that there's a certain amount of frustration that they seemingly have to go with the agenda of the Congress, and what they bring to the table, what the regional parties bring to the table, is completely swept off.
See, Priti, there are the two angles of the story. One angle of the story is that, yes, I agree that there is no cohesion in the India alliance, and the Congress has to be blamed up to a certain extent. I'm only saying a certain extent. The issue is which other leader has taken the initiative. Nitish Kumar took the initiative, but Nitish Kumar wanted to be the prime ministerial candidate. And when he was not made the prime ministerial candidate or the convener, what did he do? He switched to BJP. Look, imagine the architect of the India Gathbandhan, who were talking tall, doing all kinds of things, criticizing BJP, Narendra Modi, constitution will be over, the democracy will be over, Modi is dictator and everything. And he has gone back to Narendra Modi. If that is the kind of leaders the India Gathbandhan have, and now let's take the case of Akhilesh Yadav. Akhilesh Yadav is a principal player in UP. 2017, could he stop BJP from forming the government? No, 12 seats. 2022, could he stop BJP from forming the government? First time in last 30-40 years, BJP government repeated itself. Could he get some majority seats in the 2014 parliament election? No. 2019, no. Abysmal performance. Now the issue is, if Akhilesh Yadav this time had got 36 seats, there is a contribution of the Congress party. Could he have done the same without the Congress party? No. So I think this is what is happening is a big alliance, but unfortunately very small leaders there. They have no long-term perspective. They have no vision for the future. If they realize that the country is at stake, democracy is at stake, and that is a much larger goal, then they all should sink their differences. If Congress was not taking
Shikha Mukherjee is raising her eyebrows when you said small leaders there, because many of these leaders, Ashutosh, be it the likes of Sharad Pawar, Mamata Banerjee, are stalwarts in their own where politics comes into question. But I'll come into final. Yes, make your point, sir, very quickly. Yes.
Just 30 seconds. How can you trust Sharad Pawar? Sharad Pawar was the same man who saved a BJP government in 2014 in Maharashtra. Nobody exactly knows that what he was doing with the Gautam Adani at his place in 2020. So can you trust him?
Okay.
See,
all right, let's take final comments. Anila Singh.
Yeah. मेरे दिल के टुकड़े हजार हुए, एक इधर गिरा, एक उधर गिरा. This is the condition of the India alliance in today's date, and I'm pretty sure Rahul Gandhi must be singing this song. And secondly, if I talk about Rahul Gandhi, or if we talk about Mamata Banerjee, Nagnath and Sapnath. Rahul Gandhi, he is very much indulged and involved in anti-national activities. There, Mamata Banerjee, she protects and rather increases Rohingya population in her state. So with either of them, they are bad. They are totally bad, and people of this country understands that. Secondly, I just have to say one thing here. Like, it's good to see that Ashutosh ji is advocating for Congress so strongly. You really do not require any Congress spokesperson here. I have to say one thing. How Congress is better than Aam Aadmi Party? Aam Aadmi Party is also, they have government in 2 states. And Congress Party, they have government in 2 states, Karnataka and Himachal. So I just have to say one thing here, that it is good that you are grand old party. So you are really aging. You need to understand. You have to give the leadership to the better political partner, and even we are watching. But we are not going to spare.
Anila Singh, a final point of difference would be a good thing to do is look at the vote share of the Congress in 2024 and the vote share of the Aam Aadmi Party. And I would think the answer lies in the difference of the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress there.
He need to come into power. You need to come into
all right. Okay. I just want to take, final comments, 30 seconds each. Ms. Mukherjee, the India alliance of what it stood for, do you think it's over, then, done, dead with?
No, I don't think it's over and dead with. That's because if there has to be an opposition, it has to be a coalition opposition. The Congress is not in a position to take on the BJP head to head as a strong opposition in Parliament or outside Parliament. In the states, it's not. Therefore, you will need a coalition to stand up to the BJP and the NDA as a group.
Ashutosh, do you see the modality? Right. Ma'am, make your point.
The only problem is of leadership.
All right. Okay. Ashutosh, do you see the modalities of the India alliance now changing completely? Because yes, you need an opposition. It can only come through a coalition. But what we knew of the India alliance is going to be very different in days to come, especially when we are going towards 2 elections. Delhi is very clear. Congress, Aam Aadmi Party not fighting together. In Bihar, the RJD clearly wants the upper hand. They want the Congress minimized, so they have more say.
Preeti, I think again, I repeating myself. It's a storm in a teacup. Nothing more I read in this. These are the murmurs when you lose an elections. And after 2000 parliamentary elections, everybody thought that Rahul Gandhi is a great leader because Narendra Modi could not get 272. They have lost Haryana and Maharashtra, but don't forget the BJP has also lost badly in Jharkhand and in Jammu and Kashmir. So it's 2-2. It's not that the BJP has won all.
No, Ashutosh, that's looking at it through rose-tinted glasses. Ashutosh, you and I both know what the 2-2 and the power dynamics of this 2-2 is.
Preeti, why Jharkhand is not discussed with the BJP lost very, very badly? Because that's a narrative it wants to create.
All right, but
Maharashtra is the
but as a political analyst, you do the biggest disfavor by telling your viewers that both are the same, because they are not, and that's what the writing on the wall is. We're going to leave it at that. I appreciate all our guests.